What is up, everybody? I'm your Legendary Commander, and welcome to a tutorial on Paladins. More specifically, Paladin Smite. And even more specifically than that, not Branding Smite, but just regular Smite. None of those magical smites here. So let's build the scenario first. So you run into the enemy, and the Paladin is either first up, or everyone else says, go ahead, you go get him. So the Paladin charges forward and happens to be at least 5th level Paladin. The Paladin can make 2 swings when he walks up, and he hits both times. But let's back up a second. Let's go with the first swing. So when he comes down with that swing, he hits. At the moment he knew he hit, he can now cast Smite. Then he goes ahead and, if the enemy is still alive, he swings again. If not, he swings on another enemy nearby maybe. As this second swing comes down on whatever enemy, he can now smite again. Now, your DM is like, whoa, 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 you can't smite twice in one turn. It takes a bonus action to cast Smite. No, it does not. Branding Smite, or some other magical Smite might do that, but regular Smite only requires that you have a spell slot available. So this can get pretty dirty, you might think. And you're right, it can. Because it also doesn't matter what level Smite you use. If you want to Smite 2, 3, 6 times, and you want to use your highest level Smites first, you can. If you want to start low, you can do that too. Now, if that's all you actually needed, tell your DM that Paladins can smite as many times they want on one turn, provided they have the spell slots, and provided they hit their targets. I'm looking at you, Hamish. This is reiterated by Jeremy Crawford, who kind of writes a lot of the stuff for D&D. And this game actually allows you to do it too, which is trying to follow D&D far better than like Baldur's Gate 3 does. Now, there is a little more to Smite than just building a dirty Paladin. There are a few things you can do to help your Smite out. Remember that undead creatures and fiends take an additional d8 of damage. This means a level 1 Smite is basically equivalent to a level 2 on a human. The next thing you should really remember is that if you get your Paladin to a level 11, they get an improved Smite. They get to add an additional d8 to all their Smites, which brings all Smites up a level basically. Which means you might not need to smite as much, I know you like to, but you might not have to smite as much to get your kills. It's also important to remember that smite is radiant damage. You do your physical damage and radiant damage. So when your sword comes down, you get your physical damage, and then the radiant damage comes down afterwards, which does damage. This damage is technically magical, so any creature immune to non-magical attacks is still going to take the radiant damage at full damage. However, the sword blow itself is technically physical, and may be subject to resistances and immunities. Now, let's build a really dirty Paladin, one that can smite 6 times in one fight. Now, this game will only let me do 4 because I can't multi-class in this game. But it still works as a great example of what you can do with a Paladin, and I'll explain it. When you build your Paladin, have him dual wield. Make him a dual wielder. What this is going to do is allow your Paladin to smite up to 3 times. Twice with his main hand and once with his offhand. Because again, it doesn't take a bonus action to smite. They can just smite as long as they make contact with the enemy. Next, have a wizard cast haste on you, or, if you can do this, be self-sufficient. Level up to level 9, take the Oath of Vengeance, and you'll get haste as a spell. Cast that spell upon yourself, and you'll get 1 additional action, but you can only swing once with this action. This is only in particular to casting haste, and not other ways to get extra actions. This gets us up to 4. Then what you're going to do is go ahead and take 1 level in Fighter. This is going to give you the ability to action surge. Now, with all that done, you can now swing 3 times. If you've casted haste the turn prior to this turn, you can now swing a 4th time, and then the action surge will give you 2 additional actions in which you can swing 2 more times. Now just be aware, your DM might be very upset with you when you do this. In fact, he might be so upset that he's going to house rule it in and you can't do this anymore. Believe me, my DM is already not happy with it when I told him I could smite 6 times in a row. It was an accident when I got it to 3, then I realized a dual wield and then a fighter action surge are a pretty good idea. Now this may be negotiable with your DM, but don't expect it, especially if you're doing 6 smites in one turn. I highly doubt he's going to let you get away with that. But that is Smite in a nutshell with everything kind of explained. Now, if I got anything wrong, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know. As well, if I got it right, leave a comment as well. Share your stories about maybe your DM arguing with you over this and how you either won, didn't win. Maybe how you educated him, because we need to educate our DMs as well, because they can't be an encyclopedia all the time. Maybe tell me how you showed him this and he's like, nope, 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 not happening. I would love to hear about these things in the comments. I love to watch a DM squirm. I'm a DM myself, so, you know, it's fun. I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to tell your friends. But you all take care, and I will catch you next time.